Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Videolife. I'm Steve Inman, Trent Files, my right-hand man. Basically, we have gone to war when it comes to the world of video, going out there and filming live sports and honestly going to places that are just unorthodox when it comes to like venues and whatnot. Some people are used to like going to big sporting venues like we're used to. We've gone to big arenas. But also there's other places where you can't really plan for some of these broadcasts where you're like, how come they don't have SDI? How come they don't have HDMI? How come we're going composite?
Right.
We've gone through it, man.
Exactly. You never know what kind of lights are going to be there, or, is the whole room going to be yellow, or is the whole room going to look blue? There's just so many components that can go into, especially if you're going from place to place. It really keeps you on your toes, though.
It really does. And working with lighting crews from, each venue, if you've done live sports and live sporting events, college and whatnot, there's always the audio guy, there's the lighting guy, sports lighting, venue lighting, the arena lighting. And then you got to deal with all these attitudes sometimes.
Yeah.
When we've always been the humble guys, man. When we show up, we're like, okay, we're in your house. Let's treat it, even though it's not their house, but we treat them with respect, and the video guys always get the grunt of everything, really.
Try to be respectful, give the common courtesy, let people do their thing, 'cause, you never want to step on anybody's toes in their space, because they have the way that they do things. But like you said, the video guys, we get tossed the dirt, and we got to make something out of it.
Yeah, so that's some of the experience. Now, today though, we want to talk about music videos.
Yes.
I had a suggestion last week on the YouTube channel, and thank you so much for the subscribers that are coming to this channel and sharing our stuff. Really appreciate you. I want to thank Proaim too for helping out with some of the gear that we're going to be reviewing as well. So that's always a good thing. But I noticed somebody was like, I need help with making a music video. And yeah, there's several ways you can make a music video. We all know the typical lip sync, put the iPhone on and whatnot. But what about taking it to the next level? None of this basic, let's go just film by a car, or let's go film here. Why not put a little creativity into it? You know what I mean?
That's the cool thing about music videos, is that it's not quite a film. It's not quite a TV show, It's not just making some kind of sketch, video. It's like really putting some thought into it, and it's really, when you think about the whole production of it and putting the pieces together, it's its own monster.
Yeah, there's like music videos out there like Post Malone, who did that recent hit, oh God, what is that song where he's a knight in the music video?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's
super
a very
popular
very
song.
groovy.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Pixies, man. It's crazy. It's a really good song, but that music video was done so well because it looks like nobody's really there, and it looks like there's not even like more than one guy on the crew, but there was a whole crew when you look at behind the scenes. But they executed it so well, and it's all about not just using one tool. We're in that mindset where you're like, I'm just going to use the Axis gimbal and I'll be fine. No, you've got to mix it up.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've done plenty of music videos.
Yeah, it keeps things exciting. For a long time I've been into music, and we've always been experimenting, coming over here to Steve's and just like, hey, let's shoot a music video. Let's just try something out, test some new stuff out, see what we can, make that's different than what we already do with the movie stuff or with the social media and things like that. And it really allows you to open up that creative flow. You really can start messing around with lighting and colors, start messing around with different kinds of unorthodox shots that you wouldn't normally go to for, say, something else, but for a music video, it's going to look really cool and really separated. And
what I like about music videos, especially nowadays, when I started about 20 years ago doing this video, there wasn't many people out there like doing rap, there wasn't SoundCloud, there wasn't places where you could actually post all your stuff, and now it's changed. So people like myself and you are actually in a very good position if you have your music video skills down, and it's like me, you always have these certain events that you're used to filming, So not a lot of us like to do weddings. I'm sorry, I don't like to deal with the bride. It's just, talk about revises.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, if you like revises and you're cool with that, I just can't deal with it. I'm more on the creative part of like making music videos for people. Obviously, they're going to implement their ideas and whatnot, and that's great. Always be open to ideas, because your idea mixed with their idea could bring something new.
Exactly. Yeah.
We made mistakes in the past. Talk about like the shakiness of that mutt video we did.
Oh yeah. So we had recently made a single, and we're like, you know what? Let's come over. Let's not plan anything out. Let's just jump right into it. Shoot a music video. We just want something that looks cool. And we had our little set. You've probably seen it before. The little tavern pool table thing. We've used it a couple of times. So we thought, yeah, let's just use that. We'll go ahead and just kind of take a mix of, we're messing around with the dolly, we're messing around with the gimbal, and we're just messing around with freehand stuff. But of course, the first time we go around, we're like, let's jump into it, let's try the shoulder cam, let's just free cam it, and we're, of course, going back to playback, and we're like, that's not what that was supposed to look like. Let's try something else.
Yeah, and that's always the thing is like, you know, I always say, and I'm very guilty of this when I'm on site, where I'm not putting as much creativity into the lens factor. I'm already in the editing room. So that's the curse of being an editor and a guy that loves to film, is you're already in the editing room, which is good, but at the same time you rush through the principles where you need to be lighting stuff right. Maybe you could have had a little reflection on the guy's eyes because he has raccoon eyes like I have right here, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's things like that, and then the ISO's a little too low or too hot, the temperature, I mean, all those come into factor because in the end, you know, make your checklist when you're on site, your mental checklist, whatever it is. And these are those clips that we shot, and we hope you enjoy them. And like I said, the creativity of all this is all up to you. I mean, shoot up to 10 angles. We have computers that can process so much video nowadays. You know, I mean, you shoot your video in HD, you got 10, 12 different tracks.
If you're already out there and you already took the time to set up your camera and set up your whole set, film as much as you can. You will not regret it. You know, it may be tiring in the moments, like, oh, we got to do one more shot, but trust me, you will be happy that you did it later when you get into the editing room, because you never know. Even if it's like we were talking about, if it's a messed up shot, and you thought, oh, there's nothing I can salvage from this. You bring it in and all of a sudden, oh, I didn't have a good angle of this. Where's that good angle? Oh, hey, I didn't delete this extra shot that we got, and now I have the answer to fix over that.
It really is. It's like all the camera angles that you line up where you think, oh God, I made a mistake there, but I have another one here that messes up, but no, that doesn't line up. You know, once you start lining it up where a guy's picking his nose, he's scratching his head, whatever, you know, that starts lining up. And then you know what's funny? This always happens when you have 8 camera angles and all 8 angles are doing something different that they shouldn't be doing. So that's where the B-roll comes in.
Yes.
And we'll be talking about that in this video where you got to shoot some clips, whether, you know, maybe your guy's robbing a bank or something, maybe he's a bad guy, you know, roll some clips over on top of those. And those are called Band-Aid. Band-Aid B-roll.
Exactly.
B-roll Band-Aids is what we call it. Take a look at this clip. This is us out on site with no espresso, no energy drinks.
Jumping right into it.
No
practice, no rehearsals, just said, let's do it.
Yeah, next week we are going to be taking a look at stabilizers and vest. There is a new vest coming out from Proaim, and I think it's really cool. It's actually made for gimbals, which is crazy because stabilizers themselves, if you look at all the Stanley Kubrick films from back in the day, The Shining at the end where he's rolling through the ice, I mean, that's where the stabilizer was revolutionized, where people are like, whoa, what is this? And it's been around for years. There's a reason why. But what I like with Proaim is revolutionizing things and actually making these work with the current technology that's out there. So being able to have a stabilizer is great, right? But you can see the kinks that it does have. But it actually is one of the most solid things once you know how to operate a stabilizer. It is one of the most solid shots that you can get. But when you have a gimbal on top of that, that's where things get crazy, where you're like, whoa, okay, what kind of steady are we talking here? Z-axis will be gone, you know, no bumping. So we will take a look at that next week. Music videos. Are we going to take them out with our music video?
I believe so.
Okay.
I think they're waiting for it.
All right. So here's the final product. Once again, we want to thank you for subscribing. Like I said, in the coming weeks, we will be giving stuff away. We'll have shirts, giveaways, gear as well. So make sure you stick around for that. Also, we will be showing you how to edit multi-angling as well. We should be doing that to follow up today because I know there's a lot of editors out there that really need that.
We know how important that tutorial aspect is, and that's something that's right up our alley that we're more than welcome to share with you guys and just do whatever we can to help you make a better production.
In the future, we'll also be looking at visual effects as these courses move along, so make sure you continue to watch each episode. We're going to slowly kind of dive into this stuff. A lot of you people already know how to do some of this stuff, but who knows, maybe we'll show you some techniques as well with motion tracking and using cinema tools that'll help your motion tracking take it to the next level. Because man, I thought I was motion tracking when I was using a gimbal that was bouncing around, and that's not. You got to get that clean shot in order to get it. There's no magical tool out there that's going to grab every little pixel without jiggling a little bit.
Right.
We'll show you how to do it the right way.
Peel it back layer by layer.
Yeah, motion tracking coming up here. Thanks again for joining us. This has been another episode. I'm Steve Inman, Trent Files. This is the Video Life.
Tell them where you got it from. Ask you why I do so much dope and try to stay coping. Drink my whiskey before I drop the coke and roll up, roll down, get to smoke it. I send this on track, we ain't joking. Danger was about the action with the #1 bad shit. Who's asking? Woo. Just hop off my stun. Wish you watch, slip inside, you're looking like a klutz. Big step, flip set, watch how I strut. Light a flick, flame flows, toss 'em like cigarette butts. Don't get mixed up. We